Have you ever felt like your attention span has been hijacked? Like your brain is on autopilot, endlessly scrolling through TikToks, Twitter fights, and AI-generated thirst traps? Well, congratulations. You're part of the largest psychological experiment in human history. And no, it didn't start with social media. It started with the CIA, LSD, electroshock therapy, and a government program so insane they had to burn the evidence. Welcome to MK Ultra, the real-life mind control project where the US government tried to program assassins, erase memories, and turn people into human puppets. And the worst part, it never really ended. It just went digital. What would you do if you wanted to control a human mind? The CIA figured out that there are 3 steps to getting inside someone's head. Step 1. You obliterate their ability to think rationally. The CIA did this with LSD, sensory and sleep deprivation. Patients were put in isolation for weeks. No sound, no light. Some hallucinated their own deaths and others forgot their own names. When the brain is deprived of sensory input, it doesn't just sit idle, do nothing. It starts making up its own reality. And to me, that's the perfect way to break someone's mind. I don't know if you've ever heard of Project Artichoke. This was a precursor to MK Ultra, where the CIA tested hypnosis, truth serums, and ways to erase or extract memories. Some of the declassified documents suggest that they were straight up trying to create hypnotized assessments through trauma. So basically, stress inoculation or exposure to trauma would allegedly create other personalities, cause splits, as a means to cope with the trauma maybe. And finally, there's the one with a cute name, Project MK Naomi, where the government didn't just experiment with drugs, but bioweapons that could induce psychosis, memory loss, and even total compliance. Step 2, you wipe their mind clean. High voltage electroshock therapy, sedation, forced comas, whatever it took to erase a person's identity. Woman, Linda McDonald, was put through this process. Afterward, she had no memory of her own childhood, no memory of her family. She even had to relearn how to eat and use the bathroom. Then we've got Operation Midnight Climax, where the CIA literally ran brothels in San Francisco, drugging unsuspecting men with LSD and watching them through two-way mirrors. Why? To test how easily a person's behavior could be manipulated. Or what about the Montreal experiments? People were kept in drug-induced sleep for weeks. While unconscious, they were bombarded with recorded messages on repeat, sometimes hundreds of thousands of times, until their original personalities were completely gone. Step 3. Now that the brain is wiped clean, it's time to rewrite reality. The goal? To create new memories, new identities, and new behaviors. Under Dr. Ewan Cameron's depatterning experiments, patients were played looped recordings for weeks at a time while under heavy sedation. Some of the people who went through this claimed they were programmed with trigger phrases, words or signals that could switch them into an entirely different personality. The CIA even experimented with subliminal programming, embedding hidden messages in radio broadcasts, films, and TV shows to test mass mind control techniques. And that's how you create a Manchurian candidate. But here's the scariest part. These techniques weren't just experiments. They were field tested. In 1953, CIA scientist Frank Olson jumped from a hotel window. The official story? Suicide. The real story? He was dosed with LSD and started questioning what the CIA was doing. A forensic analysis later found that he was knocked unconscious before he fell. The man who killed Robert F. Kennedy had no memory of the shooting. His journals were filled with repetitive writing. RFK must die. RFK must die. Hypnosis experts say he was highly susceptible to programming. Multiple eyewitnesses even claimed there was a second shooter. And before he was a crime lord, Whitey Bulger was just another MKUltra test subject. He later described LSD-induced hallucinations, paranoia, and violent impulses. We have to ask ourselves, did MKUltra push him toward a life of crime? Who would he have been without that supreme dose of LSD? And you think this just stopped? You think the government just said, let's never try mind control again? No, they got smarter. They didn't need LSD anymore. They had algorithms. MKUltra wanted to hijack the mind. Social media does the exact same thing. LSD rewired the brain. Infinite scrolling does too. Hypnotic suggestion, that's just the algorithm feeding you what it wants you to see. The final evolution of MKUltra isn't just about controlling what you believe. It's about removing your ability to think for yourself entirely. Brain-computer interfaces like Neuralink could soon merge AI with human thought. We know the Pentagon has openly researched neurowarfare, technology that can manipulate brainwaves remotely. And let's be honest, AI-generated reality will soon be really hard to tell from real life. How will you know what's real? Am I real? MKUltra never ended. It just got smarter. And if they perfected mind control, how would you even know?